Alright, how's it going, guys? I'm here for probably my first actual Overwatch video where I'm actually talking over it. This is kind of like, not halfway through, but like this is a little bit into the battle. I cut out the first little bit just because it wasn't really relating to what I was kind of wanting to talk about. I was playing Ana for a little bit, and Ana is flames. Ana is so fun to use. Like the problem is, like, I'm garbage with her. Like, I'm really bad as my aim isn't very good. I'm like looking to improve it. I really am. That's something I've been actually practicing that a lot in like training ranges and just a lot of things in general. But I really want to get good with Ana. Ana is so fun. It's such a fun support. Support characters are really fun to use, but that's not really entirely the point of what I was talking about. The point I was talking about is, I mean, it's about pretty much all the patch changes in general. But I was actually really hyped for the patch changes here, because like I really like playing tank characters. Tank characters are really fun to play. Like Roadhog is probably my favorite character of all time to play. Like in all honesty, Roadhog is just like so amazing right now. Like it's just like amazing. Like Roadhog is so good. But like I really love playing tank characters. Tank characters are really fun to do. They're really good to use. They're really good to use if your team isn't that good as well, because tank characters can kind of hold their own. You don't have to rely on too much. Otherwise, if you get into an unfavorable situation, you can kind of survive long enough to have backup come. But I've always loved using tank characters, but I've never really liked using D.va, just because, like, pretty much the major complaint that I've always had was her defense matrix anyways. Like, I've always not liked her defense matrix just because it was so hard to actually get value with it. Like, the cooldown was just so long. But with this, with the new patch and pretty much the buff to, you know, her ability to use the defense matrix, and now that defense matrix is pretty much always going to be accessible, I'm really loving D.va. She has a bunch of other changes, but I guess I'll touch up on as well. Like it's the patch has been out for a while, so obviously everyone knows what these. But like these changes are amazing. This is D.va's so fun to use right now. Like I love using this thing. It's so powerful. Like the mobility it has is amazing. Defense matrix is now actually really good. I'm not very good with D.va, as you'll probably see, but like it's just so fun to use. I love using D.va, and I never liked using D.va in the past. But, like it's so fun, and like another kind of thing that I want to talk about as well is why I think D.va is really fun is it's kind of a mix between a offense character and a tank, and I guess a lot of things. Like D.va pulls off like it's a pretty decent flanker, just because it can get to the back lines and harass a lot of support characters really easily, really quickly. And it kind of pulls off a interesting kind of like just offense character in general. When I like a not very good offense character, but like it pulls off like a decent like offense character when you're out of your suits. Like if I was like people who, you know, if you want to play the tank, but like you also want to play your offense hero and like your soldier or your Pharah, but like you're your only team's tank, so you can't really do that. I think my video kind of fucks up a little bit right here, but I don't think it shouldn't do that for too long in the video, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a really fun hero to use, in all honesty, and like just having the ability to get out of the suit, and you know it sounds weird because like when she's out of the suit she's really not very good. Like it's actually really fun to use her out of your suit because like it feels like you're just using like an offense hero, and it feels really fun to use. It feels kind of like you get a second life and you get to move a lot faster. It's really fun. But just she's so fun to use. Like her boosts are really cool to use. She never has to reload, which is fucking amazing. But her defense matrix is like, it's just so good now. Like I love her defense matrix. Her defense matrix is pretty much amazing. Like she really feels like a tank right now. Like she never felt like a tank before. Like if I was ever on a team where our only tank was D.va, I'd be like, can we get an actual tank as well? Like I wouldn't really discredit people for using D.va, but like D.va couldn't solo tank before. She could definitely not solo tank, because like half the time if you're out of your suit, then your team basically had no tank. Then when she dies, then like it's like your tank's respawn time is like a lot longer, because she dies, and then however long it takes her to either get back into the suit or to die, is basically extra time for respawn. So basically if she's your only tank, then a lot of the time you're gonna have no tank on your team. But like just her survivability is just so much nicer right now because she can defense matrix, and she can escape a lot easier because she can defense matrix to get to a position where she can boost out, or she can defense matrix until her boost is back online. But just defense matrix is just, it's really really good right now. Like I really like defense matrix, and like her ultimate right now is just, it's really really good. Like her ultimate is, it feels so much different. Like when I heard the 1 second cooldown difference, I wasn't sure how it was gonna feel. Like a lot of times when you're playing before the patch, like you'd escape pretty much. You'd pretty much escape her ultimate by like a second, by like half a second at a time. So like I wasn't really sure how this was going to feel. Her the change with her ultimate, but like it really is really noticeable. Like that's what I found is her ultimate. The 1 second change is, it feels really noticeable. Like it really does. Like you're getting a lot of, or at least I'm now getting a lot of kills with it, whereas otherwise you basically get no kills off of her ultimate. It's really good. Like it's a lot harder to deal with now. In all honesty, like her ultimate is really cool right now. And the fact that you can't die from it is pretty amazing. I need to get better with her range. Like I like overestimate her range all the time right now. Like you see that but like at the same time her ammo is like unlimited. So like it's like unlimited. Obviously they're all unlimited. Like there's no what's it called? There's no reload. You don't have to reload, obviously, so there's very little that you lose just by poking away with even these really far shots, because like when they're really low, there's a chance that you're eventually gonna get a pick off anyways. Like like you'll see I was trying to like basically snipe out that Genji from that distance. Can't really take it out from there. But no, like it's really good. And, like I love the fact that she doesn't have to reload. Like that's really amazing. Like it really is balanced out in the sense that she moves really slower with it. But like it just feels so fun to use. Like I really like the changes that are made to her. Like she definitely needed to change in all honesty, because she was just not survivable. Like she didn't have the survivability to pull it off. Like Reinhardt has his shield, which is amazing. Roadhog has instant recovery with take a breather. Zarya has Zarya has shields in general. Zarya has shields that she can regenerate with, and then she has her shields that are, ability shields, and she can, like, all the tanks can basically protect themselves and protect a teammate. Zarya can protect a teammate and herself with basically all the things that I mentioned. Reinhardt can protect a teammate and himself with his big shield. Roadhog can protect himself with take a breather, and he can protect his team just basically with Hook, just because Hook is so broken. Not broken, maybe broken. Hook is just so good that like anything that really scares your team, like any flankers that scare your team, you can just pick off really quickly with Hook. What else is there? Like that's basically all the stuff. The D.Va could never really protect herself or her team. Her head hitbox was so big. She could never protect her team just with defense matrix, because it wouldn't last very long and it wouldn't be active very often, just because the cooldown was a long cooldown, and like you'd click defense matrix and people would stop shooting and then it would be done. So you'd have to wait a long time for a cooldown. It wouldn't really do anything. In all honesty, so it was basically like she had no way of protecting herself or her teammates. But now with defense matrix being like always available, like she can really, like she can use it to push into an area. You can pop out defense matrix and you can just push into an area and have your team kind of behind your defense matrix. Like in areas like Hanamura, I suppose you can use it, or Sky Industries as well, I suppose. You can just pop it up and then just move through, kind of like a Genji deflect, I suppose, but like a lot bigger, and you can actually use to protect your team a lot better. So like you can just pop it up, walk through an area where they're spamming like rockets or like Junkrat grenades. You just kind of push it in through an area right there, and have your team right behind you. So I guess I'm not really sure what I'm trying to say right there, but like it's just so nice now. Like and the fact that like you can use it without the full cooldown, so you can block out a lot of ultimates, even if you're like not at full, even if your defense matrix is not at full, which is really cool. So like you can block out a lot of things. Like you can block out a significant amount of like Pharah's barrage, even if you're not at full defense matrix, you can block out just a ton of really good ultimates just by a not full defense matrix, which is really really cool. And like I said, you can use it to protect yourself, to have the cooldown timer for your what am I trying to say? You can use defense matrix just to protect yourself, so you can get out of use your booster engine. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. You can protect yourself just long enough to use your boost while you're waiting for it to cool down, and it's just it's really really cool. I really am hyped about her. All the changes she's had, I really like her. Like I said, I love using tanks, but like I don't know, she's really really fun to use. All her changes have felt really really nice, really significant, and really useful. And like I was really hyped about these changes. I'm still really hyped about these changes, and I think they're definitely going to be really, really nice. In all honesty, like all her changes are awesome, and the fact that she doesn't die to her own ultimate right now is just amazing. In all honesty, like you can just stay and shoot and have everyone flee, and it's really nice for being able to push, I suppose.